Hi, Brandon. Mr. Parrish here. I want to take a few minutes to go through the identity paragraph submission, maybe give you some ideas of things you can use going forward. You can access this in Turnitin. If you go back to your original submission, there's a little blue pencil icon. If you click on that, it'll take you to what Turnitin calls the Feedback Studio. And you can access these grade marks I've made. And if you click on them, they open up and sort of explain themselves. First of all, I enjoyed reading this. You sound like a really interesting guy, and I think you've got the kind of life experience that will serve you well in developing papers in this class. So let's begin at the top. Certainly, what my first comment here is both of these are on MLA format. At the top here it goes your name, my name, the course, and the date. That appears on the first page only, and everything is double-spaced in MLA style. You really should also include a title. The title is your first opportunity to get the reader on board with what you're saying. Topic sentence serves the same way, and if you'll see here that the reason I think your topic sentence needs work is that actually you don't really have one now. The way your paragraph is set up, you're introducing the three identities. So by opening with I am a performer, this really would indicate that the whole paragraph is going to be about that. Now, if these were standalone paragraphs, then that might work, but in the assignment, I wanted you to begin with a sort of they say opener, something that either other people say about you or say about the idea of identity, or maybe even the way other people experience identity. If you look at the point you end on, so interestingly, they all play together at the end of the day, I think it's this sense that you're one of those people who maybe lucky people for whom your interest and your career goals and your other attitudes kind of come together and work together. So I would suggest maybe opening with the idea that for many people there's a kind of disconnect between what they do for a living and sort of who their real selves are. That might be an idea that your story plays against. All right. Moving on, this sentence, music was introduced into my life at an early age. I think the simpler way to say this is I was introduced to music at an early age. And you'll find in revising that that's often what you're going to want to try to do is to find words that, phrases that 4 or 5 words can become 1 or 2 words. This expression here, discover their true self. If you're using the pronoun their, the noun that follows it is almost always plural. This would be their true selves, or maybe succeed and discover themselves. It'd be sort of the same thing. Very rare occasions when they share one thing. So it's almost always their jobs, their careers, their choices. And I also thought, here's a case where keep in mind that it's better to name things. So when you say our local camp, I would suggest naming it because it actually makes this next thing easier to do. Our summer camp was origins were to stimulate career paths. If you name the camp, let's say the camp is, Camp Flint Rock or something, at our local camp, Camp Flint Rock, comma, which was originally founded to stimulate. That's the way that phrasing probably works better. Spell out numbers under 10. That's not quite what MLA says. MLA says to spell out any number that you can write as 2 words. That would include, say, 33, but certainly anything under 10. Go ahead and spell those out. And where's the no comma here? What you've got here are 2 things. Teaching visual and musical techniques and teaching merit badge courses. Those are 2 things, so you don't need the comma to separate them. This is kind of like spaghetti and meatballs. There's no comma in between. Now I'm going to show you the rubric. So this paper is a 25-point scale. I give you 9 out of 10 points for organization and development. I think that topic sentence is really what's you're not going to point off there. Voice, I think, was fine. It's certainly suitable for the assignment. Sentence fluency, that would involve any errors in structure of a sentence. I think there are areas they're going to work on there, but I certainly think for a first paper that was adequate. And then conventions, that was the 4. So overall, I think that shows where you are. These are fairly easy things for you to clean up. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd also appreciate if you just let me know that you got the email, so that the comments worked for you, and that you don't have any questions. All right, thanks. I'll talk to you soon.